Well, Coach, the seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Detroit Lions. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Ready, blue 80, white 25. We got four. We got four.
Ryan now off the bootleg. Flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. And there we saw rolling right out of the pocket. Maybe his momentum taking him toward that sideline led him a little too far.
Yeah, that is difficult, isn't it? Plus, you're closing down your space, right? You're shortening the field for your receivers. And their inclination is to go towards the sidelines as fast as the quarterback is as well. Hard for them to throttle down to leave themselves with enough room to stay in bounds and catch the ball.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Bell with a first down carry there as he'll get about 4 out of that. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Rosen. He completes it to Jones. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do? Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
After the interception, here's Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know the thought process?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Right there. 54 Mike.
Quarterback, don't get nervous.
After the interception, here's Rosen. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On second down, it's Bell. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. It's caught. Jones. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Mike 5-4. Hey.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Open man is Galladay, complete.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
First and 10. 54 Mike. Coming to you.
They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Le'Veon Bell hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
From the 29, Ryan. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this 1st quarter. Picked off near the 42, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
54. Watch the slant.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. He'll get this one to Galladay. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on 4th down, the Lions turn it over to Matt Prater for the field goal try. This from 54 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will make our score 9-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. And they come up here now, first down. Dancing to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 27-yard line.
After 1, it's 9-0. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. On 2nd down now, it's Freeman. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Ryan to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
2nd and 5 now. Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
Hey, 59, ready.
Space. Hey, Zoo.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And that is incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down. Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rosen. They find some open field here. And a great return here gets us one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Steps away to his left. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards the pickup there. They'll come out in the pistol. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. From 3 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
Early in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A first down carry for Bell, but he'll work forward for only about a yard. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Rosen. And this is caught by Evans. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Tight as Ringo. Tight as on Ringo.
Rosen will throw. And incomplete. It was Ricardo Allen there on the coverage.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, Haywood. Monday.
To throw is Rosen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't he?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. He'll buy some time right. This complete to Jones. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now this throw caught left side. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Trey Flowers there on the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40. Now Ryan on 1st down. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Tuesday.
Now Ryan. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Tight end one. Hey, go down.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
And he will find Ridley. That's complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now it's Ryan. This will be caught inside the 10. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Play action, Ryan. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Aaron Lynch make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. After the sack on first down, Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, as time expires in the first half, and the Falcons have taken the lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now it's Rosen. Space to maneuver at the 40. He finds his target. It's Evans. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Rosen now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%. And it's 1st and 10. Here's a first down throw that's complete. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Bell. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long. They've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Out of the pistol, it's Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it third down.
And 5.
Tonight, alert, alert, alert. 54. I want that. Bud. Give me that ball.
Now Rosen looking to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Watch the screen. Hands.
On first down, Bell trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10. At the 13.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
And now it's Rosen looking. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete. It's Bell. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up a third down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On third down, Rosen to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Here's Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Watch 81, fellas. Watch 81. Single. Single slot.
On third down, Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They go play action now. Ryan. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off around the 37. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
At the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Rosen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Now Bell, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 and the 34.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll run on first down. It's Bell, and a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 22.
On 2nd and 9, Rosen, he completes it to Evans. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
Complete to Mike Evans. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
It'll be first and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on first and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Here's Rosen to throw. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Mike Evans, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 5. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd and 9, Ryan. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Coleman. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Prater for the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And fresh off the pick six. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Forced out to his left. And this is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear.
Throwing again. Ryan. That's complete to Smith. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The offense on third down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Second down 6.
Throwing again on second down. Ryan, that's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. The Falcons on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They went backwards 5 yards there on third down to break up 4th. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Aaron Lynch. And the Lions will take over. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 19-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
They'll go again with Bell. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Lions on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. It's caught. Jones. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On 1st down, Bell. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. James has got it, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, he's got Le'Veon Bell. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Now Prater to add the PAT. And that one makes this a 19-point game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Check, 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 check. Hey, Mike, 15. Hey, Delta. Big stop. Get up. Big stop.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. To throw on 3rd down, Ryan. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw again is Ryan. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he? And
what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Just like that. 51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 33 yards that time. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
51, sub!
On 3rd and goal, Ryan. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for Detroit, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time.